Yeah, very good morning, you all, and you are most welcome to this SACS. This is one of the parser, and this is for the advanced learners. Okay, so this belongs to the Unit 2 of Web Technology, and in this parser, SACS parser, we can parse the XML file. The advantages is there in the previous DOM parser, we need to upload the entire file, and the entire file is to be parsed. It consumes a lot of memory and time. But here there is no need to upload the entire file here. It is just a event based parser. Okay, so that is the thing, and we will study all the things here also regarding this SACS parser. And it is mainly focused what I told you, that it is for the advanced learner, but it is it is part of the syllabus, and everybody has to go through this one. Now we discuss in details about this SACS parser. Okay, so now I open this one, the basic or the fundamentals of the SACS. You see here, the SACS is a simple API for XML. SACS is a simple API, application program interface, for the XML. So there are alternate parsers for this thing. One is the DOM, what I told you, that is standing for document object model, while SACS stand for this, what I told, that simple API for XML parsing. Okay, so this DOM parser loads full XML file in memory and creates a tree representation of the XML document, while SACS is an event based, what I told you just now, and this XML parser, and it does not load the whole XML document into the memory. That's why it consumes less memory and also less time. That is the advantages of this one. Okay, so and as I told you that it is a event based, faster. It is also faster. Okay, so it does not create any parse tree also, because if you remember in our DOM, it is creating a parse tree for this entire XML, but it is not like that. Okay, so this is the thing. Then we can go for the different advantages, disadvantages. Then he is asking when to use this SACS. Okay, uh, see, what is the job of this SACS one? It reads the XML document from top to bottom, recognize the token that makes up a well-formed XML. Now, the tokens are processed in the same order that appear in the document, and it reports the application's program, the nature of tokens. Okay, these are the things, it is already there in the DOM. But when we are going for the SACS, you can process the XML documents in a linear fashion. That is the most important thing. And the document is not deeply nested, not necessary for that one also. And you are processing a very large XML document whose DOM tree would consume so much of memory, too much of memory. But in case of SACS, it is not the case. It is event based, and the problem to be solved involves only a part of the XML document. In SACS, we are only involving a part of this document, not the entire document, and data is available as soon as it is seen by the parser. So that's why we can say it is the faster. Okay, there is some disadvantage of the SACS also. We have no random access to an XML documents, since it is processed in a forward only manner, and it is done part by part. Okay, so if you need to keep a track of data that the parser has seen or changed the order of items, you must write the code and store the data on your own. It is not done automatically. Okay, so then we can conclude like this: the SACS parser is working differently with a DOM parser, and it neither load the XML document, entire document, into memory, nor create any object representation of this XML document. Instead, the SACS parser used to call back a function. So using this, because it is, you are using the concept of Java. I am telling you that in the SACS parser, it is purely Java based. Okay, so it is just calling. Okay, it is the callback function. In the parser, it is using the callback function. That is, they are using sometimes the start element, the end element. These methods, they call the start and end of the document element. Okay, so these are the things. Now we can come to a conclusion. SACS parser is faster and uses less memory in comparison to the DOM parser. That is the one of the important things you must remember. Then SACS parser provides method to parse the XML document using event handlers. As I told you that it is event based, so it is using event handlers, and this class implements XML reader interfaces and provides overload versions of the parse method. Okay, so these are the things. Now let us see one of the file. Say we suppose we are writing some files like this XML file. So for writing a XML file, it is easy. Say you know how to write an XML file. Suppose I am writing for a company, then you start with the less than XML version is equal to 1 and encoding is equal to under double quotations UTF-8. This is the minimum things you remember, and then the question mark and this is the minimum syntax for the XML. After that, it is just whatever the tags you like, say company, staff, first name, last name, nickname, salary, date of joining, whatever things you want, that you can write. So that is for one staff or under the company, and you can have a number of staff there also. Okay, so like this you can write for a company and you can close it there. Then you go for writing a Java program for that one. Okay, now let us stop it here, and I go for one more file here. I open the sax1.thing. Okay, now here what we do, suppose I am going for, actually I have taken the reference from Edureka, so we should acknowledge that one also. This program what I am going to explain you, I have taken the reference from the Edureka, and two students, Jaivir as well as the Tanmay, they also helped for the Jaivir also contributed a lot. So because while running this program also some error was there, he has solved that problem also. Okay, thanks them. Then here I am going for a DVD. So if you remember, we already created things like this movie, CD and all things in our XML. Here you can write the first thing less than question mark, that is the XML version is equal to this part will be there common for all. So it is not written here, that while you are writing the program we can write. Okay, then we write the DVD, the root element, and the attribute is name. The name something I have written this one. So in this, instead of that one, suppose the DVD you can write something, your Indian DVD you can write it because there. Okay, then under this DVD root element I have child elements like movies. Okay, so there are number of movies will be there, and under this movies we can have movie 1, movie 2, movie 3, like that one. In movie 1, suppose this is the name, this is the director, this is the run times, for how many seconds or how many minutes or how many hours. Similarly, the cast, who are the actor and actresses are there, the release year. So this is the closing tag movie. Similarly, while you are going for movie 2, similarly name is something different, the director is different, run time, cast means here who are the actor and actress. Okay, then release movie and all things are there. So like that, say suppose I am having some 4 or 5 instances of these movies that I have written here, right? Then I close my movies. Then I close my DVD. Okay, so this is the XML file which I am going to parse using my parser. What is my parser name? I am going to use the sax. What is that? What is the meaning of sax I have given? Simple API. Okay, that is the thing for XML. So here this is the project structure. Then you can ask one question, sir, we write this thing because it is Java based. Then when we deploy all the things, say you have to use one of the ID like Eclipse. So I have used Eclipse ID. So in this Eclipse ID, you have to create a project. I have created the project name like parsing with sax. Then by default under that source will be created src, and I have created some packages like co.edureka.parser.tag sax. So this is actually, as I have taken the reference from this Edureka, I have created in their name. Then under this co.edureka.parser.tags, I have created 3 files. One is the dvd.java, one is the movie.java, one is the saxhandler.java, one is the saxtext.java. So these are the 4 Java files. It is created under that package, and I created another package, that is resources. In that resources, I am creating some XML file. What is our XML file you created? That is the movies.xml file. Okay. So by running, you will have some JRE system file. Here actually they are using Java SE 1.7, but I am using 1.8. So we will go to our file and I will check all the things. Then coming to my different programs here, I come to the first DVD Java. Okay. So now the package is co.edureka.parser.sax. So import the java.utility.list, all the things you have to report. This is the thing, the program there. Here I am creating the class DVD first. So public class DVD. So under this DVD, I am creating name, movies, all the things. So I am putting private string, the data type string name. Then private list is also movies. So then public string, here get name. Get name, you know this method. We are taking the input from this keyboard or etc. And the same thing, it will be the name is to be written here also. Then I am going to the set name, that is for initializing, that you know. Public string get name, this is the data I am getting from the keyboard, and public void set name, this I am initializing with the this dot name is equal to name. Okay. Then similarly public list, same thing, we can do method which with the get movies and the set movies. Get movies, we are taking it from this input, and also the set movies we are initializing this. Okay. So this is the thing. What is the file name we created? Because file name is the same as the class name, that is dvd.java. Okay. The first we created the movies.xml file, then we created dvd.java file. Okay. Then what is the next file? If you see our structure, then is the our movie .java file. Okay. Similarly, we go for the package code.edureka.parser.sax. This is the package, we give it the reference. Then public class movie. Here also I am under this movie we are having the name of the movie and who are the directors, what is the runtime, that is the time span for running this video or whatever the DVD. Then release, which year it is released, because it is data type is integer here, runtime is also integer here. Similarly cast is string and directors the data type is string. So this is the private string, all things should be written here. Then public string get name, this is for getting the information from the input. Then public void set name also, this is for initializing, so initialize this to name. Okay. Similarly, we go for the public string get directory. First it is the for the name, then we are going for the directors. Okay. I have given all things, name, directors, runtime, released and cast. First I have gone for the name, then I have gone for the directors. So get directors, set directors, all things are over. Get name, set name, it is also over. Then I am going for then public integer get runtime. What is the span of that video? Then set runtime. So integer runtime, all the things we do it. It is purely Java things. I think you better understand. Then also get released and set released. These things is also over. And finally, we for get cast and set cast. So up to this, the entire program is over. Then we go for overriding. So in which format it is to be displayed? Here it is showing public string to string. That means whatever the things we got it there, the object he created it here, it should be converted to string. So it will be displayed here. Okay. So public string to string, return movie. Here you are getting the name, then the directors, then you are getting the what is the runtime, then the released year, and also the cast, who are the actor, actress, etc. Okay. So with this we completed, how many files we created? We completed 3, I think. We completed 3 files. One is the XML file, and one is the DVD, and one is the this is the movie. Okay. Then we are going for the fourth one. Fourth one is the program that is Sax handler. The Sax handler, this is the thing. Again we are going for the package. Package same code.edureka.parser.sax, import Java utility array list, utility list, all the things you get it there. Then public class Sax handler extends default handler. Okay, default handler. Here we are creating some objects, DVD class, DVD object, new DVD. This is the method, and list, movie list. Similarly, movie, this is null, string content. So this is the object we created for these things. Now public void start element. Here we are defining string, namespace, URI, then string, the local name, string QName also we are declaring it here, then attributes. So all the things are there. Then it is here writing if QName dot equals is equal to DVD. That means what are the things you are telling that name, query name. If it is a DVD, then that value, then DVD name should be there. Okay, it has to appear there. Okay. Then else, then you have to go for a new movie, right? Now you go to public void end elements. Okay, as you go for the start element, similarly you have to go for the end element. Here we are using a switch so this is the case. If this is there, yes or no, like that. If this is the case, we have to go for this one. If it is not there, we have to go for this one. In case of switch, when we are having more number of options, the first option is the movie, second one is the name, third one is the directors, fourth one is the released, runtime and cast. So you already know how to use this switch case. So now I am using switch the queue name. If case is got movie, then movie list add a movie, then break. Then if is the name, then movie set name to content something like that. Then the directors also set directors. So all the things you do as it is, as you are going for the thing. And if the case is DVD, then DVD dot set movies. So you add it to the movie list and break. So this is all about the thing. Then you are going for the public void character char chint start. So all the things you put it on a public DVD get DVD. So this is the entirely your handler program is there. The final program you are writing SAX test. Okay, the SAX handler is over. Now we are going for the SAX text. Okay, the SAX text, the same thing we call for the package code.edureka.parser.sax. Okay, then we import all these things java.io.io exceptions, nio.file.path, nio.file.paths. Okay, so all the things you go for that one, import all the things. Okay, by default it is provided. Then you come for the SAX text. This is the class name, and public static void main string arguments is the thing. And you are going for the exceptions, as you know, throw and catch you are using. I am using throw here and parser count. So this part is purely Java program. You better understand all things, and this is I think some of our students like Jai and other people, they also help doing all the things. So we try to do this. Only one thing I will show you that the path where you put this paths.get, where is the path? It is source and resources. Okay, so under this src I created if you remember one package resources. Inside these resources we are having the movies.xml that I will show you while I am running in my Eclipse. Okay, don't worry for these things at the time. And finally what I am giving, parser.parse here path to file. So what is the path I have given it here, and then is the handler. Okay, the DVD. So this is all about that one, the center file. And if you type all this program in a proper structure, then if you run the SAX test, the output should come like this. Okay, so I think this is a minimum explanation for the small XML program what you have written. Now let us go to the things to our thing here. Okay, now we have a number of programs here. This I am using Eclipse IDE, and if you want the version also, you can see the different versions of these things. You see what is the about Eclipse IDE, that you can check it here. This is version is equal to 4.14.0, and build ID is also this one. This I am using, that you can download and you can install. Okay, so if your system is having, I think it runs in 64-bit, there is no problem. So some 4 GB RAM minimum is required. I think that also each and every system you are having, you don't have a problem for downloading and installing. I have downloaded and installed that ID, and I am working that one. Okay, so the thing is that what is the structure of that one that I want to say you. This is the project explorer. What your project, you see, how do you go for these things? First time you are going for file, then you are going for new, then you have to go for a project. When you click a project here, it will come like this. You type a what type of project you want here. Okay, so I want a project on these things. Then you finish like that, because already I created, I am not creating it again. So I have created a project. The project name is parsing with SAX. Okay, what is my project? Project is parsing with SAX. When you are creating parsing with SAX, so by default src will be created, and under this src you right click just like this, and you create new, and you create some files. Okay, so you can create some Java files. Okay, so that you know how to create. So under that I created the dvd.java. So I am going for the dvd.java. So this is my file. I call it as the dvd.java. Okay, this part I bring it down. You don't have any problem. Up to this it is okay. Okay, so now this is the file, and the package I have given package code.edureka.parser.sax. While you are creating it, will ask you the package name. You can write this package, or you can have your own package, but I don't have any package. I am taking the reference of Edureka. That is the reason I am using code.edureka.parser.sax. I am using. Then import java.utility. What I have shown you the program, same program I have copied and pasted here. There is no great thing. So all the things, the entire file is here. Okay. So what is the file name here? The file name will be, because what is the class name, DVD. Same thing I put in the file name dvd.class. Okay. What is our next one? Next one, the movie.java. Okay. I am coming for this one also. In this movie.class also I am using the same package. I am using the class that is the movie, then private string name, then the directors, runtime, released, and cast. All the things are there. The data type is also there. Then I am going for the get name and set name. What I explained you, the same thing is there. It is for both. It is first one is for name, second one is for directors, third one is for it is your runtime. Similarly, you can have the released, then you can have the cast also. Okay. So all the things it is done perfectly. Then public string to string. So whatever the objects you created with the this dot something, that it is to converted to the string and it will be displayed in this format. That is given it here. Okay. So this is the movie.java. Then what is the third one? That is the sax handler.java. We are going to the third one. Again I call the package co.edureka.parser.sax. Import all the things. Okay, I am going for the class name. The class is sax handler. It extends default handler. Then here I am creating some object like DVD, the class, object name, new method. So list, movie list. Similarly movie, movie. So all the things you have to create, and public void start element, close element. Already I told you how to do all that. And here I am writing the queue name also. And here we are using the switch cases. In the switch cases, queue name, if the first case is movie, you go for this one. If it is name, if it is directors, so this is purely the switch cases, you go up to this, there is no problem. Then you go for the public void character sets. So all the things you put right at, then the entire program is completed. Now we are going to the final stage, that is the sax test.java. Okay. Here same thing, the package and whatever the things you want to, library you want to import it here. Packages and public class test, sax test, and public static void, all the things it is there. What is the important thing that I will show you, that here path space path, which is equal to paths dot get, this thing you have to show, because I am clearly showing you this is my parsing with sax, this is the project. Under this this is the package. Okay, this is the package code dot under this. Okay, and under this, and it is created source by default to look at. Under this source we have created one package, it is this one. The second package I created resources. Under these resources, just you right click, here it is here, just right click and you go to new, and it will ask you go for others. In this others, you have to write a XML and you have to go for the XML file. I am not creating because already it is created. Then you can go for the XML file. Okay. In this XML file, I have given the movies. So I have written the movie file, movies.xml here. Okay. So this is, you know how to write the XML program. It is the same thing like that. Question mark XML version is equal to 1, and encoding is equal to under double quotation UTF-8, UTF-right. Then DVD is the root element, and here the attribute is name. Some name it is given to the first DVD. In this DVD, we are having a number of movie. So this is the movie, the attribute name, the elements, child elements are name, directors, runtime, cast, released, all the things are there. And you remember, you know how to write the DTD. Okay, because I am not using the DTD concept here. And also I told you how to write if you remember that thing, XSD, XSL schema, and XSD also I told you how to write that one. So in that case, I told you, some cases if it is separated by comma, you have to maintain the order strictly. If you don't want to maintain, then you have to write anything. Okay. So in that case, already you refer the previous videos. It is not possible to explain it again here. But here it is, we don't worry for these things anything. So under this movies, I have created a number of movie, and what are the value are there, the attribute values are all are here. So this is the entire file. It is your DVD thing, and the file name I have given movies.xml. Okay, and this, where it is this movies.xml, it is under the resources package. When it is there, again it is under the SRC. The same thing I am going to give it in the sax test. What I am giving, src/resources, movies.xml. Okay, remaining is the same. then system, then only for the I am giving system dot out print line dvd name plus dvd get name, and here for I is equal to 0 and I less than movies dot size and I plus plus. So this is the for loop, and here system dot out print line movies dot get I. Okay, so this is the I what I defined there, and the same thing, that is what is the movies, that automatically it will be coming there. Okay, so up to this it is clear. This is your entire program which I have written and typed in my ID, that you can see the Eclipse ID. Then I have to go for running of all these things. Okay, so then I clear these things, the control A, then I go for right click and I go for clear all. Okay, and I cleared. I don't have any problem here. Now I am going to run this program. I run this program. Okay, then what you see, this is the output. DVD name is called Burn series. Movie, the first name is the Burn. The director is somebody. The entire data what you are used to do using the XML and used to parse with some of the parser, using the SACS also you have done successfully. Okay, this is all about the SACS. Remember, initially it looks difficult, but it is not at all difficult. But one thing I make it clear, it is for the advanced learners. So who have learned all the things till now, what is my videos I have given, and who have practiced, only they will be able to understand. And who have the complete or sound knowledge about the Java, it will be easy for them, because the SACS parser is purely based on Java. It's clear? And you need one of the ID, and I have used this Eclipse ID, and we have run this output and successfully got this output. And this is the entire thing about the SACS. I think for the last 4 or 5 years we are unable to complete this SACS. So with the help of some students and Edureka, we have run successfully and I have shown to you. And I thank you all for watching this video, and I will request you watch this video, you view it, and you also like it, and you go for the subscribing, because a number of videos also I am sharing with you. It will reach to you in time and you can watch it. Thank you for watching. Thank you.